Are you ready to compare and contrast the two stories? Compare and contrast. When someone is comparing two things, they are looking for similarities. And you know this, we've done this before. They are looking for things that are the same between the two stories, between Little Red and the Very Hungry Lion and Little Red Riding Hood. When someone is contrasting two things, they are looking for differences, things that are different in the two stories. The first thing I'd like to do is to think of three things that are the same in both stories. What did you notice in both stories that was the same? I noticed that both stories had a little girl named Little Red. Did you think of that one? Little Red and the Very Hungry Lion and Little Red Riding Hood. So both of the little girls were named Little Red. Good. Did you think of that one too? Okay, let's think of another one. What else did they have that was the same? I noticed that in both stories, Little Red was going to help someone. In Little Red and the Very Hungry Lion, Little Red was going to help Aunt Rosie. And in Little Red Riding Hood, Little Red was going to help Grandma. So in both stories, she was trying to help somebody. So that was the same. Can you think of one more thing that was the same in both stories? Did you say that they were both animals? I think some of you said that. In this one, the animal was the lion, and in this one, the animal was a wolf, but they were both animals that were being naughty, right? Yeah. Let's think about contrasting the story. Can you think of three things that happened in Little Red and the Very Hungry Lion that were different than Little Red Riding Hood? Three things that happened in this story that did not happen in this story. I want you to think for a minute. Oh, yeah. In this story, there was a daddy. Little Red had a daddy that was part of this, that was one of the characters. And in this story, Little Red had a mommy that was one of the characters. Did you get that one? Let's think of something else that was different in this story. Oh, yeah, I know that one. In this story, the animal was a lion, and in this story, the animal was a wolf. Did you get that one? What about in this story, when Little Red got to Aunt Rosie's house, did she already know that the lion was tricking her? That wasn't really Aunt Rosie in the bed, that was the lion? Did she already know that? Yeah, she did. But in Little Red Riding Hood, when she got to the house, did she know that was the wolf, or did she think that it was Grandma in the bed? Yeah, so those would have been things that were different, right? So let's look at the wolf now from Little Red Riding Hood. What were three things that happened in this story that did not happen in this story? Well, we know this was a wolf and this was a lion, right? And in this story, Little Red was going to visit Grandma instead of Aunt Rosie. What else was different? In this story, the wolf ate Grandma, right? And in this story, the lion just locked Aunt Rosie in the closet. So is that different? Yes. You can think some more on your own today and think about things that were the same in both stories and things that were different. And if you'd like to draw me a picture of some of those things, I would be so excited to see it when you come back to school. That's all for now. Thanks, boys and girls. See you soon.